What if growing older wasn't about losing strength, energy, or joy, but about unlocking a hidden power inside your mind and body that gets stronger with time? Nutrition is the silent force that shapes the body and mind more than most people realize. Every bite you take either moves you closer to health or further from it, and as the years pass, the impact of food becomes even clearer. The body that once felt unstoppable in youth now requires greater care, and the choices you make at the table reflect in your energy, your strength, your mood, and even your memory. Many older adults think decline is inevitable, but decline is often accelerated by poor nutrition. The good news is that simple dietary changes can restore balance, heal damage, and give you back the vitality you thought was gone forever. Food is not just about satisfying hunger. It is information, a code that tells your body how to perform. When you choose colorful fruits and vegetables, you are flooding your system with antioxidants that fight the damage caused by free radicals, the unstable molecules that contribute to aging and disease. Imagine each berry, leafy green, or piece of citrus as a shield protecting your cells from breakdown. These foods do more than just fill your stomach, they build resilience at the deepest level. Older adults who eat more plants often have sharper memory, stronger bones, and lower risk of chronic illness. The body responds quickly when given the right fuel, no matter how many years have passed. Protein is another essential key to aging well. As the body grows older, muscle mass naturally decreases, and without enough protein, this decline can speed up, leaving you weaker and more vulnerable to falls or fatigue. Lean protein sources like fish, chicken, beans, and lentils become powerful allies. They not only preserve muscle, but also stabilize blood sugar and keep hunger in check. Even small changes like adding a serving of beans to lunch or a piece of salmon to dinner can make a huge difference over time. Every ounce of muscle you maintain is an investment in your independence and your energy. Carbohydrates often get a bad reputation, but they are not all the same. Whole grains such as oats, quinoa, and brown rice give the body steady energy, unlike processed carbs that cause spikes and crashes. For older adults, steady energy is crucial. It helps maintain focus, keeps mood balanced, and prevents the tiredness that leads to inactivity. Choosing complex carbohydrates over refined ones is like switching from cheap fuel to high-quality energy that lasts longer and protects your engine. Healthy fats are another piece of the puzzle. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fish, walnuts, and flax seeds support brain health and reduce inflammation throughout the body. As the years pass, inflammation is one of the hidden culprits behind joint pain, heart disease, and even memory problems. Adding healthy fats to your diet is like oiling the hinges of a machine. They keep things moving smoothly and prevent wear. A handful of nuts, a drizzle of olive oil, or a serving of fatty fish a few times a week can strengthen both heart and mind. Hydration is one of the most overlooked aspects of nutrition. Many older adults mistake thirst for hunger and end up eating when the body is actually craving water. Dehydration can cause headaches, dizziness, fatigue, and even memory lapses. The simple act of drinking enough water can transform how you feel day to day. Herbal teas, infused water with lemon or cucumber, and soups all contribute to hydration. Keeping a glass of water nearby and sipping regularly may be one of the easiest yet most powerful habits to adopt. Equally important is reducing what harms the body. Sugary snacks, fried foods, processed meats, and packaged products filled with chemicals accelerate aging at the cellular level. They cause inflammation, damage blood vessels, and overload the body with toxins. While they may bring temporary pleasure, the long-term cost is high. Swapping these foods for healthier options is not about restriction, but about freedom. The freedom to feel light, clear, and energetic again. For example, choosing fruit over candy, air-popped popcorn instead of chips, or grilled chicken instead of processed meats creates immediate benefits. Spices and herbs also play a role in healing through nutrition. Turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, and garlic have been shown to fight inflammation, improve digestion, and even enhance brain health. These are small additions that carry big rewards. They not only flavor your food, but also act as natural medicine, helping the body fight disease and recover faster from stress. Portion control becomes more important as the years go by. The body requires fewer calories with age, but it still demands the same, if not greater, nutrient density. This means eating less junk and more nutrient-rich foods. Smaller plates, mindful eating, And paying attention to hunger signals help prevent overeating while still providing all the vitamins and minerals the body craves. This simple shift prevents weight gain, reduces strain on the heart, and makes digestion easier. Eating well is also deeply connected to emotional health. Food affects mood more than many people realize. A diet filled with nutrient-rich foods keeps serotonin levels balanced, reduces anxiety, and improves sleep. When you feel calm, stable, and rested, your outlook on life changes. You begin to notice more energy, more motivation, and more joy in everyday activities. Nutrition, then, is not just about the body, but also about the mind and the spirit. The beauty of nutrition is that it is never too late to start. Even if you have spent decades on a less than ideal diet, the body responds quickly to improvements. Within weeks of eating better, blood pressure can lower, cholesterol can improve, and energy can rise. Within months, skin becomes clearer, sleep deeper, and mobility easier. The transformation is real and achievable. Every meal is a new chance to make progress, a fresh opportunity to heal, strengthen, and energize. Movement is often misunderstood as something reserved for athletes, gym goers, or people in their younger years, yet the truth is that it becomes even more essential as you grow older. The body is designed to move, and when it does, everything works better. Muscles stay stronger, joints remain flexible, and circulation flows more smoothly. Light exercise is not about pushing yourself to exhaustion. It is about keeping the body active enough to prevent decline. With every gentle step, stretch, or lift, you are telling your body that life is still vibrant and that you intend to keep it that way. As the years pass, the loss of muscle and mobility is one of the greatest challenges older adults face. This natural process, called sarcopenia, leads to weakness and makes everyday tasks more difficult. But it is not inevitable. Simple resistance exercises, such as lifting light weights, using resistance bands, or even doing bodyweight movements like squats and push-ups against a wall, slow down muscle loss and sometimes even reverse it. Strength training does not have to look like heavy gym workouts. It can be as easy as holding water bottles while doing arm curls at home. Each time you build or maintain a little muscle, you add protection against falls, injuries, and fatigue. Walking is perhaps the most underrated exercise of all. It requires no equipment, no membership, and no complicated instructions. A brisk walk improves cardiovascular health, strengthens bones, and clears the mind. For older adults, even a 20-minute daily walk has been shown to lower blood pressure, stabilize blood sugar, and boost mood. The act of walking also stimulates circulation, carrying oxygen and nutrients to every cell of the body. It keeps joints lubricated and bones supported, helping you stay mobile and independent longer. Walking outdoors adds an extra layer of benefit, giving you sunlight for vitamin D and fresh air for better breathing. Flexibility is another critical piece of maintaining vitality. As the body ages, joints stiffen and muscles tighten, making movements more limited. Gentle stretching yoga or simple mobility routines restore range of motion and reduce discomfort. These movements do not require extreme effort. Just a few minutes each day of bending, reaching, or rotating joints can prevent stiffness from turning into pain. When you can reach for something on a high shelf, tie your shoes with ease, or get up from a chair without strain, that is the gift of flexibility. It is not about being able to perform advanced poses, but about preserving freedom in everyday movements. Balance is often overlooked until it becomes a problem. Many older adults suffer injuries from falls, yet balance can be trained with very simple exercises. Standing on one foot for a few seconds, walking heel to toe, or practicing gentle Tai Chi builds stability and confidence. These small acts strengthen the muscles that support balance and give the mind greater awareness of body position. The result is fewer accidents and greater assurance in movement, whether on stairs in the garden or in the home. Cardiovascular activity also plays a powerful role in keeping the heart strong and the brain sharp. Activities like swimming, cycling, or even dancing increase heart rate, which pumps blood more efficiently and delivers oxygen where it is needed most. For older adults, these exercises also reduce the risk of dementia by keeping blood vessels healthy and supporting brain function. Even moderate aerobic activity several times a week makes a noticeable difference in endurance, energy levels, and mental clarity. Breathing exercises often go unnoticed, but they connect deeply with movement. Controlled breathing while stretching, walking, or meditating strengthens the lungs, reduces stress, and enhances energy. As people age, Lung capacity tends to decline, but breathing practices help slow this down. Deep, mindful breaths train the diaphragm, increase oxygen intake, and promote relaxation. This simple act, combined with gentle physical activity, creates harmony between body and mind. The beauty of light exercise is that it does not need to be strenuous to bring transformation. Even daily chores like gardening, cleaning, or climbing stairs count as movement that strengthens the body. Every moment you choose to move instead of sit is an investment in your future health. Consistency matters more than intensity. Doing a little each day accumulates into lasting benefits, and over time you will notice improvements in posture, energy, and overall well-being. The mind also benefits greatly from physical activity. Exercise releases endorphins, the body's natural chemicals that boost mood and reduce pain. Older adults who remain active often report feeling less depressed, less anxious, and more motivated. Movement becomes more than a physical routine. It becomes a source of joy, purpose, and self-confidence. The link between body and mind is undeniable. When you move the body, you awaken the spirit. Sleep improves when the body is active. Many older adults struggle with restlessness or shallow sleep, yet regular physical activity helps regulate circadian rhythms and reduces insomnia. When you move during the day, the body feels a natural need to rest and repair at night. This deeper rest enhances energy for the following day, creating a cycle of vitality. Perhaps the most inspiring truth about movement is that it is never too late to start. Even those who have lived sedentary lives can see remarkable changes after just a few weeks of consistent light exercise. The body adapts quickly, rewarding effort with more strength, more balance, and more energy. What may seem small, a daily walk, a few stretches in the morning, lifting light weights twice a week, becomes a foundation for health that grows stronger over time. Movement is a form of self-respect, a way of telling your body that it is worthy of care and activity, no matter your age. Lifestyle shapes the course of aging more than most people realize, and the small daily habits you choose accumulate over time into either vitality or decline. Nutrition and exercise are critical, but it is the broader picture of how you live each day that determines whether you simply grow older or truly thrive in the later chapters of life. The body is resilient, and it needs recovery, balance, and emotional stability to perform at its best. When you begin to see lifestyle as medicine, every decision takes on new meaning, and you realize you hold more control over your health than you once believed. Sleep is one of the most powerful forces of restoration. It is during deep rest that your body repairs tissues, balances hormones, and consolidates memory. Without enough sleep, energy falls, mood becomes unstable, and the immune system weakens. Many older adults accept poor sleep as part of aging, but often it comes from habits that can be improved. Creating a calm routine before bed, limiting caffeine late in the day, and keeping a consistent schedule train the body to recognize when it is time to rest. Sleep is not wasted time. It is the foundation upon which every other part of health stands. Stress management is another cornerstone of longevity. Chronic stress floods the body with cortisol and adrenaline, chemicals that were meant to serve as short bursts of survival energy but become destructive when present too long. High stress leads to inflammation, high blood pressure, weakened immunity, and even memory loss. But simple practices like meditation, breathing exercises, journaling, or time in nature calm the nervous system and reset the body's rhythm. Managing stress is not about eliminating challenges, but about creating balance so challenges do not consume you. When the mind is calmer, the body follows, and everything functions more smoothly. Social connection is often overlooked but plays a profound role in wellness. Human beings are wired to connect, and isolation slowly erodes both body and mind. Older adults who stay engaged with family, friends, or community groups consistently live longer, happier lives. Connection keeps the mind sharp, lowers rates of depression, and creates a sense of purpose that fuels resilience. Even simple conversations, shared meals, or group activities provide the brain with stimulation that helps prevent cognitive decline. Loneliness, by contrast, acts as a silent killer, raising risks for heart disease and dementia. Staying connected is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Hydration is a deceptive, at least simple, yet transformative habit. Water supports every function of the body, from digestion to circulation to brain performance. As the years pass, the sensation of thirst diminishes, and many older adults live in a constant state of mild dehydration without realizing it. This leads to fatigue, confusion, headaches, and joint pain. Making a conscious effort to drink water throughout the day is like giving your body the oil it needs to keep its engine running smoothly. Even mild dehydration steals energy, but proper hydration restores clarity and lightness to the body. Alcohol and smoking are lifestyle factors that cannot be ignored. Excessive alcohol strains the liver, weakens immunity, and damages the brain, while smoking accelerates aging in nearly every organ. Cutting back or eliminating these habits is one of the most powerful ways to regain years of health. Replacing these destructive habits with healthier rituals, such as herbal teas, fruit-infused water, or mindful breathing, gives the body a chance to heal. Every step away from toxins is a step toward vitality. Sunlight and nature also influence wellness in profound ways. Exposure to natural light regulates sleep cycles, provides vitamin D for bones and immunity, and boosts mood. Spending time outdoors connects the senses with rhythms of the earth that calm the nervous system and reduce stress hormones. A short walk in the garden, sitting under a tree, or breathing fresh air are not just pleasant activities, they are deeply restorative. Nature acts as a gentle medicine, reminding the body of its natural state of balance. Mindful routines around food and movement also form part of a balanced lifestyle. Eating at regular times, avoiding late-night meals, and practicing mindful eating help digestion and stabilize energy. Combining this with regular light activity ensures blood sugar remains steady, preventing the highs and lows that drain energy and strain organs. When lifestyle choices align with the body's natural rhythms, health becomes less about discipline and more about flow. Laughter and joy are often underestimated, but are among the most healing lifestyle habits. Genuine laughter lowers blood pressure, boosts immunity, and reduces pain perception. It releases endorphins that light up the brain with happiness and calm. Pursuing hobbies, spending time with loved ones, or simply finding humor in daily life creates a sense of lightness that transforms how you feel physically. Joy is not separate from health. It is a vital ingredient of it. Technology and modern living can either harm or help depending on how you use them. Excessive screen time disrupts sleep, strains eyes, and isolates people from real connection. But using technology for learning, connection, or guided wellness practices can enrich life. Balance is key, and making conscious choices about how much time you spend on devices compared to in-person interactions, movement, and rest defines whether technology serves you or controls you. What ties all lifestyle habits together is consistency. None of these choices need to be extreme to create lasting benefits. Going to bed at the same time, drinking more water, practicing breathing for a few minutes, or calling a friend regularly may seem small, but repeated over weeks and months, they add up to transformation. The body rewards consistency with stability, energy, and resilience. Lifestyle is not a quick fix, but a path you walk every day, and the more intentional you are, the greater the rewards. Mindset has the power to shape health more deeply than almost anything else, and it is often the missing piece in conversations about aging well. While diet, exercise, and lifestyle provide the physical foundation, the way you think and the beliefs you hold about yourself and your future dictate how those habits play out. A negative outlook drains energy, accelerates decline, and makes life feel heavy, while a positive perspective renews vitality, motivates action, and even strengthens the body's immune system. The mind and body are not separate. They are in constant communication, and every thought sends signals that affect your biology. A positive outlook does not mean pretending problems don't exist. It means facing them with resilience and believing you still have purpose and strength to move forward. Studies consistently show that people who carry optimism into their later years live longer, recover from illness faster, and experience less disability. The body responds to hope with healing, and it responds to despair with decline. This is because the hormones and chemicals released by thoughts influence everything from blood pressure to digestion to the way cells repair themselves. Choosing to see possibility instead of limitation is not just a mental exercise, it is a physical investment in your future health. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful tools to shift mindset. Taking a moment each day to reflect on what you appreciate rewires the brain to focus less on stress and more on abundance. Gratitude lowers stress hormones, improves sleep, and enhances relationships, which in turn builds emotional strength. For older adults, gratitude creates perspective. reminding you that life is not just about what has been lost, but about what still remains. The practice of appreciating small joys, a conversation, a sunrise, a good meal, anchors you in the present and makes life feel fuller. Curiosity is another secret to a youthful mind. When you remain curious, you keep your brain engaged and your spirit alive. Learning something new, exploring hobbies, or even reading about unfamiliar topics stimulates the mind and prevents stagnation. The brain thrives on novelty, and curiosity acts as fuel for continued growth. Older adults who maintain a sense of curiosity often show sharper memory, greater adaptability, and a more positive outlook because curiosity creates excitement and possibility. It keeps life from shrinking and instead opens doors to new experiences. Purpose is equally important for mental and physical well-being. When you wake each day with a reason to act, your body aligns with your mission. Purpose can be found in small things like caring for a pet, tending a garden, mentoring someone younger, or volunteering in the community. It does not have to be grand to be meaningful. Purpose tells your brain and body that you are still needed, still valuable, and still part of the fabric of life. Without purpose, energy drains away, but with it, strength multiplies. Resilience is the bridge between challenges and growth. Life inevitably brings hardships, but resilience is what allows you to recover rather than collapse. Developing resilience means accepting setbacks without letting them define you. It means seeing struggles as opportunities for growth and responding to them with patience. Resilient people not only handle stress better, but also maintain healthier immune systems and lower risks of chronic disease. This is because resilience reduces the destructive effects of prolonged stress on the body. Cultivating resilience through positive self-talk, mindfulness, and a supportive community ensures that you remain strong even in difficult seasons. Self-compassion plays a significant role in sustaining a positive mindset. Many people are quick to criticize themselves for mistakes, missed goals, or physical changes that come with age. But constant self-criticism wears down motivation and health. Self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer to a friend. It acknowledges imperfection while still encouraging growth. This mindset softens the weight of aging and allows you to enjoy life instead of constantly battling yourself. When you speak kindly to yourself, you reduce stress, improve mood, and create space for healing. Visualization and affirmations are practical ways to reinforce a healthy mindset. When you imagine yourself strong, energetic, and capable, the brain begins to align behavior with that vision. Affirmations like, "I am capable of growth," or "I have energy for today," may seem simple, but repeated consistently, they influence how you act and feel. The subconscious mind takes these messages seriously, and over time, the body begins to reflect them. The reverse is also true. Negative thoughts repeated often enough become a reality. Training the mind with positive imagery and words gives the body permission to thrive. Laughter and joy naturally arise when the mindset is light. Humor eases tension, lowers stress hormones, and creates a sense of connection with others. Seeking moments of laughter each day is a way of teaching yourself not to take life's challenges too heavily. Even in serious situations, finding lightness restores balance. The mind that laughs more also heals faster, and the body that experiences joy carries less tension. Joy is not just an outcome of good health, it is a driver of it. Ultimately, mindset is about choosing how you respond to time. Aging can be viewed as decline, or it can be seen as transformation, a chance to experience life with deeper wisdom and clarity. The way you frame this journey determines whether it feels heavy or uplifting. When you believe you are still capable of growth, your body aligns with that belief. When you embrace aging as a chapter full of meaning rather than loss, you unlock energy and motivation that keep you vibrant. The mystery of pleasure through the years is not only in what you do for your body, but also in how you train your mind to see life, purpose, and joy in every stage. Aging is often seen as something to fear, as if each passing year takes away more than it gives, yet in truth, it is a transformation that opens the door to deeper health, wisdom, and joy when approached with intention. The body does not suddenly lose its ability to thrive, it simply changes, and those changes require new ways of care. With the right perspective and daily habits, aging becomes less about decline and more about growth, less about limitation and more about opportunity. The mystery of pleasure across time is not about clinging to youth, but about discovering that vitality and joy can take on richer forms as you adapt to life's new rhythm. Health in later years is not defined by chasing what was lost, but by building what can still be gained. Strength, energy, and clarity do not vanish with age. They shift depending on how you choose to live. Simple, consistent care for the body through nourishing foods, gentle movement, balanced routines, and positive mindset opens the path to a more powerful form of health. You may not move as quickly as you once did, but you can move with greater awareness. You may not recover as fast as in youth, but you can recover more wisely by respecting your body's signals. Aging invites you to slow down, not in weakness, but in intention, teaching you to savor the process instead of rushing through it. One of the greatest surprises of aging well is that pleasure becomes more profound when it is tied to health. In youth, pleasure often comes from intensity, excess, or speed, but as the years progress, pleasure reveals itself in balance. The crisp taste of fresh fruit, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the lightness of a good night's rest, the laughter shared with a friend, these moments take on new depth. Pleasure evolves into something sustainable, not fleeting, and this is where true wellness lies. The body rewards this shift by responding with more energy, less stress, and greater resilience. Aging also strips away illusions, allowing you to see more clearly what truly matters. The pursuit of youth through unhealthy habits loses appeal, and what takes its place is the pursuit of strength, connection, and meaning. The people who age most gracefully are not the ones who resist change, but the ones who adapt and embrace it. They understand that life at 60, 70, or 80 is not meant to be a replica of life at 20, but a richer continuation of it. They see that wisdom is not a consolation prize, but a form of power, and that their health choices can make every year as valuable as the last. There is also freedom in this transformation. When you learn to care for your body and mind, you free yourself from the fear of decline. You recognize that while aging cannot be stopped, its impact can be softened, and its journey can be enjoyed. You may discover that you laugh more easily, rest more deeply, and appreciate more fully because you have chosen to live intentionally. This freedom brings peace, and peace is one of the greatest markers of health. The body and mind thrive when you honor this transformation instead of fighting it. Simple, conscious choices about what you eat, how you move, how you rest, and what you believe about yourself add up to a powerful shield against decline. Science shows that even small, positive changes create large benefits, and it is never too late to begin. The heart strengthens, the brain sharpens, and the immune system rebuilds when given the right conditions. Each step toward balance renews the body's ability to support you, proving that vitality is not bound to age but to care. Perhaps the most profound part of this journey is discovering that youthfulness is not measured by the absence of wrinkles or the speed of your step, but by the lightness of your spirit. Those who age with curiosity, gratitude, and joy appear youthful regardless of their years because their energy radiates outward. They inspire others by showing that pleasure, health, and vibrancy are not lost with time but deepened. Every stage of life can be the best stage when you commit to living it fully, and aging becomes less of a burden and more of a privilege. The mystery of pleasure over time is revealed in this truth. The more you align your body, mind, and spirit with positive habits and perspectives, the more life gives back to you in return. Instead of fearing the years ahead, you begin to anticipate them, knowing that each season carries its own rewards. The wisdom you gain, the balance you build, and the health you preserve form a foundation for joy that only grows stronger. Aging does not take away your ability to thrive. It simply invites you to discover new ways of thriving, ways that are more sustainable, more meaningful, and more deeply fulfilling than ever before.